Welcome back, dear viewers, to your favorite corner of the internet where love stories feel like a warm embrace. Today, we bring you something truly heartwarming, a story not scripted in a drama, but written in the quiet moments between two real lives. In a world where celebrities often keep their love lives tightly sealed, one man chose to share a chapter of his heart. This is the love story of South Korea's beloved leading man, Hyun, and the woman who changed everything for him, the radiant Son Ye-jin. They say the greatest love stories are written not in grand gestures, but in the quiet moments, a shared glance, a gentle word, a lingering silence that says more than 1,000 lines of dialogue ever could. For Hyun and Son Ye-jin, their love began not under the spotlight, but in the spaces between scenes, where two hearts started to recognize each other without even trying. What began as mere on-screen chemistry would soon turn into a connection so real, even fans around the world could feel it. But what was it about Son Ye-jin that captured Hyun's heart so completely? Why did he, among so many choices and chances, choose her? In this rare and candid reflection, Hyun invites us into his private world, one where love is not just declared, but deeply lived. Get ready to discover the quiet magic that brought two stars together in a story sweeter than fiction. So, make yourself comfortable, because what you're about to hear is more than just a celebrity interview. It's a personal confession, a soft unveiling of a deep love that started behind the camera and blossomed into forever. When Hyun first met Son Ye-jin, he wasn't just meeting a co-star, he was meeting his future. It was 2018, on the set of the crime thriller film The Negotiation. The two stars, ironically, didn't share much screen time together in that project. But in the few moments they did, something sparked. Not in a dramatic, cinematic way, no fireworks or violins, but in the quiet looks, the mutual respect, and the unmistakable comfort of being around someone who just gets you. Fast forward a year later, fate would push their paths together once again. This time, more intensely and more intimately, in the drama Crash Landing on You. While the world was falling in love with Captain Ri and Yoon Se-ri, Hyun and Son Ye-jin were discovering that their on-screen chemistry wasn't just professional, it was magnetic, natural, and deeply personal. In a rare, intimate interview, Hyun opened up about what really happened behind the scenes of their fairy tale romance. And his words were nothing short of tender poetry. "I've worked with many amazing actresses," he began with a calm smile, but with Ye-jin it was different. "I found myself not just acting with her, but reacting, responding to her energy, her emotion, her honesty. It didn't feel like we were playing characters. It felt like we were slowly becoming each other's reality." Asked when he realized he had fallen for her, Hyun paused. There wasn't one moment. It was many small ones. The way she would treat the crew with kindness when no one was watching. The way she laughed when she messed up a line. The way she'd encourage everyone on set even when she was exhausted. "I started noticing everything." And when you start noticing someone's everything, it's because your heart is no longer just your own. But why Son Ye-jin? What made her the woman he wanted to build a life with? Hyun leaned forward, his voice growing softer. "Ye-jin is strong, but she's also incredibly gentle. She challenges me. She makes me want to be better, not as an actor, but as a man. And with her, I can be vulnerable. She sees all of me, the parts one hide from the world, and she still chooses me." For Hyun choosing Son Ye-jin wasn't a sudden leap. It was a gradual, beautiful unfolding. The more time they spent together, the more he saw the woman behind the star, a grounded, sincere soul who held the same values he did, who valued family, privacy, and sincerity. Their relationship, though adored by millions, was fiercely protected in its early days. They chose silence over spectacle. But the quiet moments, the grocery runs, the shared meals, the hand-in-hand walks without bodyguards, were more sacred than any headline. When news finally broke that the two were dating, the internet exploded with joy. Fans around the world rejoiced not just because their favorite drama couple had become real, but because it gave people hope that true love could still bloom quietly in the chaos of fame. Then came 2022, the year their love story reached its most romantic chapter yet. The wedding. A ceremony so dreamy it was dubbed the wedding of the century, not for its extravagance, but for the palpable love in the air. Every smile, every vow, every look exchanged between Hyun and Son Ye-jin told a story of two hearts that had long found their home. In her, I found peace, Hyun shared. And I knew this is the person I want to grow old with, to laugh with, to face life with, to raise a family with. When asked if marriage had changed him, his eyes lit up. It's made me gentler, more patient. Every day I wake up and realize I have a partner who believes in me. That changes how you walk through the world. And what about Son Ye-jin? What does he envy most about her? Hyun chuckled softly. Her heart. She has the biggest heart. She cares so deeply about people, about animals, the elderly, strangers. I sometimes wonder how someone can carry so much love and still remain so light. I'm learning from her every day. Now, as new parents and partners in both life and laughter, the two continue to inspire. They've kept their love grounded, away from unnecessary spotlight. They don't flaunt, they flourish, quietly, gracefully, together. In closing, Hyun had this to say to fans: "Our love wasn't built in the public eye. It grew in quiet conversations, in shared silences, in being real with each other. I hope people see our story and remember that love doesn't need to be loud to be powerful. It just needs to be true." And true it is. From real to real, Hyun and Son Ye-jin's love story is a gentle reminder that destiny works in mysterious, beautiful ways. Sometimes, it brings two stars together not to shine alone, but to light the world side by side. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Love like this deserves to be celebrated, not because it's perfect, but because it's real. Stay tuned for more beautiful stories like this. Only here, where stars don't just shine, they speak.